explain yourself. I don't.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Oh no, I'm not going to ask you to explain that. Right, we're going anyway now. Right, 1, 2, 3, ready?
Yeah.
Right, first of all, you're going to have to say your own name because
Okay.
I've tried to pronounce your name 100 times and I just don't know where to start. Sorry. So it's Leah. I'm not even going to do it.
I was going to wait for the attempt.
I can't know.
Leah Shutkever.
Shutkever. Where's that from? Where are you from?
It is, well, I'm very mixed. My dad's side of the family, his ancestry is half Russian, half Irish.
Okay, I didn't see that coming.
So, English, Irish, Russian on my dad's side.
Yeah.
Shutkever is a Russian last name, and it's...
Oh, is it Russian?
It's Russian.
Oh, God, I didn't know that. I suppose, yeah. Now you look at it, yeah.
But, then my mum is Latin American, so she is Latin American.
That's what I thought it was more like.
Yeah. Her grandparents are Egyptian, Swiss Italian, and Latin American. So
a bit of everything. I'm just white English, so
big,
not really. Yeah.
Big mix.
Right, so I've kind of known you for a while, haven't I? It's kind of like we've been in the same circle. It's
the industry.
Yeah, it's the industry really. That's what I wanted to go into really, because obviously with your competitive, it's competitive, isn't it? Your competitive eating kind of contradicts fitness in a way. But then also you manage to stay in incredible shape but still do competitive eating. Do you know what I mean? So to some people, like the normal people outside, you'll be like, how the fuck, just like to me, I'm in fitness, and I'm like, how the fuck do you stay like that but still eat that way? And I think there's a lot to learn from you. That's kind of why I wanted you on here. It's because I think women have a lot to learn from somebody like you. That you can still be a savage and eat. It's honestly, it's insane. It baffles me like mad. Like, sometimes I'm looking, I'm like, I don't know whether to be like, it's going to sound weird, turned on or kind of like just feel sick.
You're not alone. You're really not alone.
I can imagine. I've seen it on Instagram.
I think I'm not much of a preacher. So when it comes to diet, nutrition, everything like that,
I don't think I've ever seen you really preach about it.
No, because I don't feel that anything that I say will change people's opinions. I just think if I just put myself in a position where I'm a role model and people look at what I'm doing as a basis for what they can do and their potential, because we're all different.
We are all different.
I just think take whatever you can from what it is that I do and use it, because that's what I've done and that's how I've built myself.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it really.
I mean, all of us in the fitness industry, we look at people and we think, okay, their physique or their lifestyle or their like travelling around the world, I want to take a bit of everything and develop who I am as a person and what I can do.
People can kind of just follow along, and I like that because too many people do preach about stuff, and there is so much just shit out there, isn't there, nowadays?
There's a lot of information. I think that not all the information is applicable to everybody.
No way.
I think that the way that I've gotten to where I am now, and I guess you as well, and I guess people that have been in the industry for a long time, is you make a million mistakes.
If I still make them every day.
Yeah. If I look back now, I just think it's absolutely horrendous how wrong I've done it for so long.
It's embarrassing sometimes, isn't it? You look at it, God, how did I do that?
And
like, preaching about stuff, and I'm like, God.
The biggest thing, I mean, for the industry in particular, the biggest thing is the whole transformation story. Everyone wants to see what you look like then and what you look like now. For me, it's like a mistake to another massive mistake, and then into what I am now, which is like, I'm basically a characterization of all of the mistakes that I made.
That's a very good way to look at it. It is. It kind of molds you into everything, though, doesn't it?
It does.
Like, I've done every kind of diet. I've competed in all sorts of different things. I've took loads of things. I've done this. I've done that, and I've kind of took away all the little good aspects and kind of attempted to turn it into something kind of a positive.
That's it.
But a lot of people don't want to do that side, do they? They just ignore the fact that they've done all this. They just keep trying new things.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for women in particular in the industry, I find that women are still very scared. They still very much think that there is like, I have some kind of secret.
I've seen before, a lot of people think that you have some kind of, actually I think I've seen in your comments before, she must be sick or something after, brings it all back up.
With competitive eating, I think it's just a very touchy subject, because you're doing something.
Especially female competitive eating.
Well, no, I think men get it equally.
I don't know. I've never really. You're the only kind of competitive eater I've ever really. What was the other guy? The other bodybuilder who's a competitive eater from America. What's sort of his?
Furious Pete.
That's it. Yeah.
Furious
Pete. He's quite good. I've watched him a lot.
I think with bodybuilding, it's interesting because food and fitness plays hand in hand, like inevitably. I know so many people that are massively into fitness, but there are foodies inside.
Yeah, well, I think majority, quite a lot of them are really, aren't they? Like, especially when a competitive kind of bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Kind of. I know a lot of people who just binge all the time. It does teach you bad habits, but a lot of people inside they are foodies, aren't they? And when you come into off season, that's why everybody's super fat.
It's the deprivation it creates, like a wanting and
it does, doesn't it? Yeah, like craving something.
That's it. And we all have it inside of us, and I think that we've all experience that. I'm on a diet, I don't want to be on a diet, I want to eat all the good food and look great at the same time.
All the time.
The reality is it's not so.
No.
And so the thing that people miss about my life is that I don't daily document my boring food and like the liters and liters of water that I drink and the really unsexy part of being lean. Right?
Too right. It's boring, really, isn't it?
Right now I'm probably at the leanest I've been since
I
had a slip disc in July. So in July I got really lean for a holiday. I was going to Ibiza and then had a slip disc. My life turned upside down. Everything was a mess. I was so down with everything. Like work was like suffering. Everything was suffering. Obviously, I wasn't training. I couldn't move. I was on diazepam and copolamol and everything. I had like a big stack of. I'm not a medication kind of girl. And it was bad. It was bad. It was so bad.
I can't remember really. I do remember speaking to you about it.
Yeah, I think we did talk. I don't remember. Why though?
No, not me. I don't know.
It came up in conversation. Yeah, it was just social. It came up in conversation. I remember. I try not to be too negative about situations. So I'm just this has happened.
I remember this now. Yeah. You did say this happened. I've done this, and this, and
Can't train right now. Things are going.
So it's all right now.
It's fine now. I've corrected myself. Doctors were no help. Obviously, taking medication doesn't help.
Doesn't help. No. Just masks it.
Yeah, had a massive setback, and then I've been back into training and back onto, obviously I ate clean the whole way through. Didn't do any challenges. I haven't done challenges for months, and obviously I'm back to being lean because I've been eating clean.
You've still been putting stuff up there, haven't you? On your channel? You've still been putting stuff on your channel?
Yeah, but if you imagine I do one challenge, which is a stack of pancakes in a month. It's like 4 cheat meals, which you probably eat 4K calories. So I've got an allowance of around 10 to 15k per month that I could quite easily bounce back from.
True. Okay.
So if you imagine it in that sense that if you diet into a challenge, reverse diet out of a challenge, you're saving calories.
So is that what you do?
So a lot of the time.
So how do you approach your challenges?
So
is that literally how you do it? You're that structured with it?
It has to be structured. If I know,
that's quite a lot of effort.
It's become a job.
I was literally just about to say. So really now it's not really a hobby anymore. It's
not
a job.
It's not a fun thing to do. It's something that I look forward to doing.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I did not know you dieted and reverse dieted out.
So it's the only way that I could do what I did without it affecting me, and I think the biggest overall message I ever want to send out and show everyone is that it is possible to have that balance. Like you can be a foodie, you can do fitness, you can feel confident, look great, and you can do it all. It's just finding that balance.
And it's not just stress about it.
That's the difficulty.
Do you stress about it? Because I deal with women in here all day, every day. And I say to them, just stop stressing. My big thing about dieting and being healthy and transformations is to take the stress out of it. That's why I preach calorie count. That's why I preach my fitness pal. That's why I preach not being so structured. If you can't be, if you can be, I can, you can, but that's kind of who we are. But if you can't be like that, like for example, say like your mum and dad, for example, they're not going to count calories all day long. But it's just trying to educate people on the right things to eat. And then when you go out on the weekend or when you do a challenge, not to, I don't know if you do, but not to kind of beat yourself up really bad about it and be like, I fucked it, like I'm going to be fat tomorrow.
So the funny thing is that I go into it with that dread, but as you may well know, as people that obviously train every day and do like a big cheat meal or big cheat day, you tend to wake up feeling quite full and strong.
Sometimes, I feel crap though. Do you not feel crap?
It depends. If you overdo it, if I did 4 challenges in a month, 1 a week, I will end up feeling crap on it because the calories hit you differently. If I do a challenge today and I haven't done one for months, I will wake up tomorrow feeling great, feeling strong, feeling refueled. Because it's almost like a refeed day.
It is, isn't it? Really, it's just a refeed day, really. And then you're just recording it for YouTube and
so people can watch me, watch the freak show.
Yeah. So let's take it right back to the start. How did you get into fitness? Now, I knew you back probably through Elliot, really.
Yeah.
Back years ago.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. That was workout meal days. That was kind of
6 years.
6-7 years ago. Yeah.
Whoa.
But how? Yeah, I think probably 6-7 years ago.
Yeah. So I started lifting weights when I was 21. So that was 7 years ago.
7 years ago. Yeah.
I made a lot of mistakes.
Always.
I've always been into fitness. I played rugby when I was young. I was super sporty. Yeah. I was a tomboy, very sporty. I wasn't, I guess, when you grow up, and I was bullied at school. I had a really rough time at school.
Okay.
So I figured,
for rugby and stuff?
No, I was bullied for being overweight, for being unattractive. And
I've seen your
typical,
teenager kind of young kind of kid. Yeah,
kids are vile. So
they're savage as well, aren't they? Yeah, savage.
And I look back now, I'm like, you're so mean.
I know, it's so bad.
Yeah. So school wasn't a nice time for me. I was very academic, so I used to apply myself in academics, and then I figured I was quite good at sport because I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
I have a brother very close in age to me, and we were always very competitive with each other. He played rugby from when he was like 13, and I used to go and watch the rugby matches, and I used to just stand on the sideline just wanting to get stuck in like that. That was me. Like I had so much energy, and I wanted to input it into something. So sports became my thing. I was very sporty, but I was always very overweight, and I was given that big boned excuse. I was also told that I was just everyone, my family, like my parents used to tell me that that's just my shape and that's just how I am, and I'll always be big. But to be honest, I have always been like a big kid. I was born 11 pounds, I was almost a stone. I was always big. So I figured, maybe I'm just like super dense, like huge head, like just completely dense. So that was me, and I kind of thought, right, I'll focus on school, focus on myself, focus on sports, and that's how I got into sports. I broke my ankle playing rugby, and I started to rehab myself in the gym. So I was given a ton of exercises I needed to do, and I started doing that, and I got addicted to being in the gym, just being around.
I think this is how most people fall into it, isn't it? I
think you have to not have expectation of it.
No. And then you realise,
it's an environment of people that you just like. I feel like you just feel you all have something in common instantly. You all want to improve yourself in some way.
That's how I think most people fall into the gym, isn't it? Through some kind of sport, and then they kind of go into the gym and realise, actually, do you know what? This is mint, and then they forget the sport. And then most people, that story is kind of very, very similar to mine. Then you go into bodybuilding, then you go into it's just a kind of the process. I think a lot of people take from sport to now.
I think it's difficult back then. I talk back then as if it was like way back in the day.
It's not even long ago, was it really?
It wasn't, but if you think about it, there was no Instagram. We didn't have anyone to look at or follow.
Nobody.
And if you imagine, I was speaking to someone about, there's a guy called Scott Herman on YouTube. Way back when, and he used to put out like fitness videos, and bodybuilding.com also put out fitness videos.
That's where I learned my bodybuilding.com.
I used to read every article about everything. I taught myself everything there is to know about putting on size, but lean mass. So my story went, I got into the gym and I just pounded a ton of cardio every single day. Cardio. I wanted to be skinny. That was my goal. I wanted to just be like a size 8, waist thin, size 0. That was like the fashion back then.
Too right. It's only kind of drifted away from that fashion in the last 5 years, really.
It will just come back around again.
It will for sure.
So I ended up losing a ton of weight when traveling, came back because I didn't have a routine anymore here. But I was just training, I was always on the go, I was doing things. I was not really working but doing a lot of stuff, studying and things like that. And I lost a ton of weight. I went from around 12, 13 stone to around 8 stone.
Jesus, and how long?
In between the ages
5 stone? 4 stone? 5 stone?
About 4, I would say.
That's a lot of weight.
So from 16 years old to 18, I think I was at my skinniest.
Shit, so that's not long, really.
2 years.
Yeah.
I lost a ton of weight. Now that is just restricting my eating, make sure that I do at least an hour and a half of cardio per day. And that's aside from all of the running about and stuff that I did. I worked nights as well in a club and everything. I was always moving.
A day.
Now you wouldn't see me do that.
Would you do an hour and a half?
Absolutely no way.
That is hard, that is.
Unless I've done a massive challenge, absolutely no way. No. So I became very, very skinny. Yeah. Now, I met my ex-boyfriend at this time, who you may also know.
Who's your ex-boyfriend?
Ollie Barrett.
I might do.
Oliver Barrett. He used to go to the workout.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I think it rings a bell, yeah.
So he
I think that was about the time I kind of was in that. That's when I kind of went into that circle.
So he was into bodybuilding massively.
Okay. Yeah,
and he was so good at every aspect. So he was very diligent with training. He was very good with his nutrition. He kept everything on point.
Yeah.
And he was probably the best starting point I could ever have, because he said,
"Look from him, kind of."
Well, he was like, "You're too skinny, and my parents were worried about me, and my mood was everywhere, and I was always hungry, but I didn't want to eat, and I was just eating had a really, really rubbish diet." And if I look back now, this is one of the biggest mistakes I ever made, was not allowing myself to eat when I needed to eat.
Yeah, too right. But you didn't. Yeah, I was about to say you know nothing else, though, do you?
That's it.
You think that's the way you should, especially back then. Nowadays, they have so much information through this. I don't see people never need to do that.
No.
I remember when I first started dieting for a competition, I just ate protein and vegetables.
Oh God.
And I was literally I could hardly get out of bed.
Yeah.
But I thought that was the way.
But this is me. I'd have 1 or 2 meals a day, and those meals were just keto. I was
exactly it. Yeah, keto.
I was keto for about 2 years.
Already.
Easy.
Imagine, would you do it now, keto?
Absolutely not.
No.
There's no why.
It's horrible.
If I needed to,
Yeah, if you needed
100%. I would just follow the plan and I would do it.
Yeah.
But if you don't need to, just find your balance.
Yeah,
find your work.
I don't see why would you ever cut out complete fruit.
Why?
It makes no sense to me.
The most glorious one of
the best one. Literally the best one. You just get rid of it.
I live your life.
I could never. I couldn't do it. Physically, I don't think I could do it. Physically, could not do it.
I think knowing what I know now, there's no reason for me to do it. If I didn't know what I know now, I would probably give it a go.
Yeah, see how it
goes for a few weeks.
Maybe.
Test it, you know?
Maybe I could. I'd like to test it just to see how it affected me.
And you know what would happen.
I'd just feel like shit. Instantly, just crack. I'd be horrible. I'd be vile.
You'd feel like shit, but you'd get leaner and you'd feel tighter. Eventually your energy levels would shoot back up too.
And you probably would. I reckon if you got through it, you would definitely probably feel better.
Just on fat.
Yeah, but I think it's just the grubbiness of just eating fat for me.
I built my plan on basically training my body to get energy from fat. Yeah. And that's how I stayed very lean for a very, very long time.
Yeah, I guess. And a lot of people can live off it all the time.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there that just live just pure keto.
I think as a woman and the whole bloating epidemic, and obviously every woman is I can't eat this and I can't eat that. I think that you need to just I went through the whole testing of every food group.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I convinced myself that I couldn't eat bread. I convinced myself I couldn't eat anything carby. And
it does help. I think everyone should do that. I've done it, and I don't eat bread. I hardly eat pasta. Yeah. I don't eat anything like that.
You don't need to really on a day to day. Have it as a cheat.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of what you fancy.
Too right. Yeah.
But day to day, you won't see me eating
sandwiches.
No. Crisps. No, you
just don't see it.
No, it doesn't happen.
I think it's because you're the typical thing with social. It's just your highlight reel, isn't it? Like most people. And I think people have a misconception that is what you do all the time. And they're like, she must be gifted. She must have a special gene.
Crazy metabolism.
I
will give my metabolism.
Skinny
oh God, that one.
Yeah.
Actually, the opposite.
Yeah.
It gets me, but my metabolism is wonderful.
Is it good?
But it's only wonderful because I have fired it up so many times that when it needs to be 100%, and it is.
Yeah.
I can plateau just like anybody else. Yeah. But I know that if I've hit a plateau, if I need to make a change, I make that change. Yeah. If I have a massive cheat meal, or if I have a massive refeed or a challenge, sometimes my body amazes me.
It's literally an incredible thing.
I went away for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was
where were
astounded in Guatemala. That's where my family are from.
Okay. I wondered why you're out there. I thought you moved there or something.
I just did one for 2 weeks.
Just left. That's nice though.
It was one of those. It was like I had a wedding and a communion to go to, so it was one of those things.
Okay.
So I went over there and I was amazed at how my body responded to a new diet and a new climate.
New environment, definitely.
Everything. And normal people would struggle with it, but I feel like if you treat your body well, 95% of the time, give it a routine, give it a structure, give it a basis to work on. When you shop it will only benefit.
Too right, but this is kind of the benefit. This is kind of the benefit, and you're kind of seeing the benefits to years and years and years and years and years of understanding your body.
It is.
It's like when I go away. Unfortunately, when I go away, I drink, which is my downfall. But
don't drink.
Yeah, you see, I drink. Well, I don't drink, but I do drink. If I go away, food-wise, I struggle because I can't eat gluten, I can't eat bread, pasta, all of that. So if I go to like France, for example, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat whatever.
Carb heavy.
Literally, I've only just started to feel kind of myself today. I've been back like 4 days now, and it's just food. Food it's mint, but at the same time, it's horrid.
I think for the majority of people, before convincing yourself that you've got a gluten intolerance or like lacto or whatever,
everyone convinces themselves that's why I don't really say too much about it, because everyone's like, no, you're just jumping on the fashion of being gluten intolerant. I'm like, no, trust me, I'm a fitness professional. I know if I can't eat something, and if you want to believe me, give me loads of food and you'll see how ill I am. But people just think, oh no, I'm bloated, I've got a bad stomach. No mate, you've eaten too much. It's not that you're gluten intolerant.
I think sometimes eating too much, sometimes you develop an intolerance just from having a pretty poor diet. Or
I developed mine. Mine was bodybuilding. I developed mine throughout my first ever prep, and then I kind of actually I don't know, I took it all out of my diet because I prepped. So I took all the shit out of my diet, prepped for 18 weeks, then I put all the shit back in, and I've never been so ill. I ended up in hospital, I was so ill, and then I'm like, right, take everything out. So I slowly but surely eliminated everything, and I left bread and stuff in, and I was like, I'm still not getting any better. Took it all out, and I was fine. But I get all rashes down my legs.
So it's really bad.
But all down the inside of my legs. I get really sick. It's horrible, spotty. It's horrid.
So I think there are like clear warning signs when you can eat something that your body just doesn't like, right?
Does not want it.
So it is a case of just bringing it all back, and I can do it quite easily now because my diet isn't very adventurous. I eat like just a typical diet. Typical bodybuilding, boring. People look at my food and they're like, is that really what you're eating?
Are you ever going to do it? Ever going to kind of show people what you eat on a... You should do it for YouTube one day and show people, actually, I can't eat fucking McDonald's every day. I can't eat pancakes every day.
It really astounds me that people think that
I know, because I've watched a few of yours, and I do see the comments on Instagram and stuff. I'm like, come on, people.
It's actually one meal.
Doesn't eat like that all day, every day.
It baffles me because I don't preach to eat crap every day.
No way, no. I've never seen you preach about it, actually. Never. I don't think I've ever seen you talk about food except you're challenging. Never.
It's like, hey,
even in the questions, when people ask you questions, do you ever answer food questions, really? Do you?
I don't get that many food questions. People want to know about my private life.
I'm going to come on to that in a bit, because I look at it sometimes, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who asked that question?
Some people.
Let's just go into it now.
Go it.
What the hell do you... Your inbox must be just phenomenal. I've seen the Q&As. I follow you on Instagram. And I flick through and I look at it and I read it and I'm like, what? How do people think that's an acceptable question to ask? And I bet we don't even see the majority of some of them. I bet some of them are super inappropriate.
So I would say that you probably see about 60% of what's sent to me, and I will only ever answer things that I don't have to properly answer. You're very good at it. You're very witty in your answers. So people like yourself would appreciate that.
You're very witty. I look at it and I'm like, fucking brilliant answer. It's like kind of like politicians. They never answer the question. They just go around it. And
people are like,
good answer. Good answer.
I think I've based myself very much on the fact that my social media is my social media and my private life is very much private. Unfortunately, I'm being pulled into like the public eye, and we have the power of showing people what we want to show them.
Yeah.
And I would say that I'm very risque and I'm very out there, and I'm okay with it. And I think people can just look at me, judge me how they want to, take me as I am, and I will always be 100% myself.
Good, yeah.
But
people need to be like that.
There's being yourself.
Yeah.
Answering questions are very inappropriate in a humorous way where people can appreciate it.
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Some of them are very witty, and I'm just like.
The responses are much better than the questions themselves.
Yeah.
So the responses back from my answers.
Yeah.
Entertain me. That's
and most of your probably normal following. So I can imagine a lot of your following are. Well, it's like Instagram. Instagram's just full of weird people, isn't it?
Foot fetishists.
Yeah, I've had that. I've had foot fetishes, buying my socks, my boxers, piggyback rides. I'm a lad and I've had penises sent to me. Yeah. I've had a girl masturbating sent to me. I've had tits sent to me. I'm like, oh, how on earth do I get my phone out and start fucking taking a picture of boobs and send it to a random lad in England on Instagram?
See, I think that there is a very fine line that people with like a moral compass will realise. Yeah. But then there are obviously a lot of people that find solace in the fact that we don't see who they are, we don't know who they are.
Yeah, so they could just be themselves, but we don't know.
So they're not accountable for their actions.
Very true, yeah.
Whereas if we were to do something like that, and we were exposed, we have businesses, we have careers, we have everything that to ride on it. I just think we have reputations to uphold as people in the industry, people that take ourselves seriously. That
you're right,
we have
a business as well, as something that you can tarnish very, very easily.
That's it.
Especially with with YouTube and social media, you can give yourself such a. But I'm surprised you could answer back to them the way that they ask the question, you know what I mean? But then all you'd just be seen as, and you'd just get abused as being someone who responds to that kind
someone
of
who
weird.
Definitely not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think that a lot of the time I play the game when it comes to social media.
You've got it, haven't you?
I think I'm into fitness. I'm into I can't take myself seriously because I'm a competitive eater. People pay to watch me eat. It's really weird. It's a really weird dynamic.
It's weird, isn't it? Think about it, but it's good though.
And it's instantly sexualized. Obviously, as you'd imagine, it's instantly sexualized. So me as a person, outwardly, without having to speak or say a word, people are instantly sexualizing me. So I thought, you know what? Let's play on it.
Yeah, you got it, haven't you?
It's part of my persona. Yeah. I think I have this air about me that is very much that way. I'm a very is what it is person and very
I think that's probably I think that's probably why you have such a big following on YouTube and such a big following on social. It's because not a lot of people do that. Not a lot of people would put themselves out there and eating that much food and that much rubbish.
Yeah. It's like
and you would.
I can laugh at myself. Yeah, I've always been able to do that.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's fun.
No, it's just funny. And it's not too serious, is it?
It can't be serious.
I don't know how you could make it serious.
No,
but it's how you record it and how you not market it, but how you put it out there.
Yeah.
I think it's quite easy to follow and quite easy to watch.
Yeah.
It's not just a girl eating a burger.
Yeah.
It's you do something with it, and it's very good. I've watched a lot of them, and you guys should definitely go and watch them. It's not just someone eating a burger, is it?
Yeah.
You make it. I don't know. You just make it different, and it's funny. I watch it. It's pretty funny. I'm like, that's pretty fucking impressive. Engaging massively, yeah.
Because through my awkwardness, because I'm not very good on camera, and I've mentioned this before. It's funny because growing up, I was just the shy fat kid, I was incredibly introverted.
Yeah, I was going to say, just a lot of just fitness and training, isn't it?
It's
stretching.
A lot of stretching.
Oh man, you're so flexible.
It's just another part of my life.
How?
When Big Brother first came out, I think we were about 15 or something, very, very, very young. But there was a contortionist on the first Big Brother, and I was like, that's so cool. Contortion, she could bend herself.
Is that the one you get in boxes?
Yeah.
I think I do remember this.
And I've always been this person. I would see someone do something, I'm like, I'm going to try it. Yeah. I would just give it a go.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I just taught myself to be flexible. I just did it every single day, and I just thought, you know what, if she can do it, and if he can do it, and if other people can do it,
you've never been able to do that?
No, I pretty much over the years taught myself, and
sweet.
It's helped with bodybuilding, it's helped my range of movement and
right.
everything else. And I think it's just something else that I do, that I can do, that I...
Not just lifting weight.
Not just lifting weight.
Yeah, it's a very cool thing. Like, I think a lot of people would like to be able to do that. Like, I know I would.
Yeah, but
probably not gonna happen,
when I started, I was probably about between 2 and 4 stone lighter than I am now.
Okay.
So when I first started training, I was, like I said, 8 stone, and now I'm somewhere around 11 and a half, 12
okay,
stone.
yeah. Was that because of training, or you chose to go back up? Or was it just
training? I've put on like a huge amount of mass again.
Yeah.
And I've become this like big woman, but obviously...
well, to me, no, because obviously I'm in this environment.
Well, yeah.
And but maybe too, like we look at like Phoebe. Yeah, Phoebe's a big girl.
Yeah.
But people say like she's big. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, that's just how. That's how you should look.
To decent.
It's how you shouldn't look like I could just fucking push you over.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't look like that.
It depends what men are
terrible. I hate it. Like, I can never imagine that. Like I'm not gonna say it. Like, some people that walk in here, I'm like, they're like, I want to lose weight. I'm like, you really? Like, I sit down here and have consultations. I'm like, no. You really do not need to lose weight.
Yeah.
And then I don't let them in the end. They want to do like fat burning packages. I'm like, no. You ain't doing it with me, because you look like you're literally like 6 stone.
Yeah.
You do not need to lose this much fat off your stomach.
Yeah, it's funny because it's more of a composition thing they want to address. It's not fat levels.
No way. It's just your like a confidence in themselves, isn't it?
That's it.
And I think girls should look the way you guys look. You girls
I mean,
look.
I agree now.
Yeah.
I look at women that train. I look at women that are. I look at people that reflect what they do a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So if it's a sports person, like a boxer or whatever, I can appreciate that body for the fact that the fact they train so hard, they look that good.
That's true.
Gymnastics, athletes, I just really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I guess what I've aspired to do is for people to look at me and know what it is that I did.
Yeah.
They don't know. And being 80 kg, obviously doing like gymnastics isn't as easy.
It's not, as I said, it's not usually easier, is it? Really?
No, it's
people
not.
of 80 kg can't usually do the splits, go upside down and do like all this crazy mad
It's
stuff.
like handstands when you're 80 kg woman.
It's quite hard.
Pretty difficult,
It's good though. It's really good.
Yeah,
it's just another dynamic. It's another thing to you, isn't it?
It's challenging.
Yeah, it is another challenge. Isn't it?
We all get to a point, I think, with bodybuilding where lifting from A to B just isn't challenging enough.
No way.
It's very monotonous.
Boring.
Everyone's doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's just crap, isn't it? Like you go in the gym every day and you have nothing to aim towards.
Yeah.
That's why I think like, wow, you're competitive. You are obviously a competitive person.
Yeah.
Like myself, like I haven't competed now for 18 months, 19 months, and I hated it. I've not trained properly in a year, 2 years now.
Goal setting.
I can't. I've literally like, that's why I've just started to say to myself, I'm going to Miami. And that is what I'm going to get in shape for. I'm going to invest time into YouTube and invest time into this instead of my business, and try and actually get that kind of love for training.
Yeah.
Where remember, like when you compete, so you have a love for training.
Yeah.
It's to try to get that back. Like you wake up in the morning, like I can't wait. But now I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, okay, I can't wait.
Yeah, no, I completely get it. I think when you're around this environment in this bubble, it just becomes all you talk about and all you think about. And I spent kind of a 5 to 7 day a weeker at the gym.
Yeah, you're always at the gym. You're early too, don't you?
I do. Well, I used to do both.
I used to see you early in the gym.
Yeah, so I
started work and you were there doing handstands.
I used to do the before work.
Okay.
That was me. So that was me at like 5:30, 6 a.m. and I used to train before work, go to work, and sometimes go to the gym after work as well.
Okay.
It got to that point, and I think with myself, I allow it. I think I kind of need to do it because I have an image that I want to uphold for myself.
Yeah.
So I put in the work.
You got it, haven't you?
Yeah.
But like everything you do, like your challenges, obviously you put in a lot of work to do them.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I did not know you did all this and kind of, well, I guess like peaked for your kind of challenge and then work out. So it is work now.
And you've got
it's all work.
It is all work.
It's all work.
I think with YouTube, you have sort of. I feel like I have a duty of care to people watching me, and that I want to
you're
put out
very, very
content.
influential now, really.
Well,
on YouTube, if you put a video on YouTube of saying, I don't know, don't do this or do this. A lot of people wouldn't do that. A lot of people would do this.
Yeah, I think
you are like, what are you at 30,000 now?
Yes, I was close to.
That's pretty influential, isn't it?
Yeah, really? I mean, it's a bit crazy to think how far along it's all come and how quickly. Yeah. Considering I have had a full-time job aside of that, and I have been trying to sort of balance my own life on the side of doing these challenges. You
put a lot of effort into it, haven't you? No, it's not just. It's not. I know, because obviously I do a lot of content myself, but I know that it's not just recording a video and uploading it.
No,
is it? It's hours and hours behind the scenes. Like, you're very good at it, so you've probably put a lot more time into yours. But I understand. I appreciate how hard it is to get there. And YouTube is hard to grow.
Yeah,
it's hard to grow. YouTube.
It's difficult. I think collaborations do help a lot.
Yeah.
This year, in 2019, I am planning the same as yourself, put more money and time
and effort into
YouTube, because again, I want to put out good, useful, entertaining content. I don't just want to be that girl that can eat that burger, you know. I want it to be like, it's just kind of funny and like it's kind of entertaining. And she's not just like your typical, this is what I get a lot, you're not just a typical competitive eater. And I'm not, because one, I'm British and I'm female and I'm not fat.
You're not a typical competitive eater at all.
Not typical anything.
Oh no, not really.
Just a bit bizarre. But I kind of.
But that's probably why though.
I've built my image and who I am on the fact that I don't really make sense.
No.
But if you just listen to what I say and don't just judge a book, it really is just.
That's the worst thing people can do, isn't it?
There's a big backstory. There's obviously
always a story. But no one ever sees the story.
They don't. I think people just think like how and why.
Yeah,
and I don't understand.
There must be a shortcut, or you must have been given it, or you must have.
No.
There's always something. No one can ever. Like I've learned from obviously owning these now, that there's never ever anybody who just takes your story as the truth. No, I'm not. Honestly, I'm giving you the true story. Then you'll go away and you'll hear, I heard this. That's why I did that video, the podcast on how I create fitness works a week, because I was fed up with getting messages and all sorts of stuff like, but you've been given that. Well, not really, but do you know what I mean? So like you probably, I bet people just think you've been gifted it all.
Yeah, I think in a way, I allow people to think what it is that they want to think.
Yeah, I started to say now.
Yeah, I think I'm not in a position, I never have been, to tell people what to think of me.
Yeah,
I just
you
think,
can't,
look, I'm just going to be here and be quiet. And if you want to take notice, take notice. I feel like the people that are the quietest make the most sound eventually.
Yeah, like I just said about like being the quiet, shy, overweight kid. At the end, they always come out on top.
I always compare it to, you know, when you're training in the gym and you get like the grunt and people are like noticing them for the wrong reason. But then you get
got one in here. I think I don't know if he's left now. Got one in here. I'll usually be in it. I'd be able to hear it. Yeah, I'd be like, I was gonna. If he was doing it, I was gonna go tell him to stop making noise. Should hear him on the video. It's so loud.
Probably there is. You always get that person that dresses the loudest, is the loudest, talks so much, and what they say and what they do loses value over time.
Yeah, too right.
I've always been kind of just kept myself to myself for the majority of the time.
Yeah.
And people have taken interest in the fact that I don't shout about what I do.
No.
And they're kind of like, tell me more.
You don't really shout about it, do you?
I can't.
No, you don't really.
I can't.
It's good. Like you're just you on Instagram, I guess.
Yeah.
Just you. Like in your videos, obviously you have to shout about your videos, but you don't really shove it in people's faces, do you?
No, I think if people want to take interest, and if they don't, then don't. No. And it's absolutely
And it's
fine.
not all just eat at all. Yeah. It's hardly any really on your Instagram too much, is it?
It isn't. I think maybe it will be geared towards more when I've uploaded more videos. Obviously, when I get more of a structured routine now and more content. Yeah. Obviously, I have to think very carefully about what kind of challenges I'm going to do. Probably vary them more. Yeah. Do things that are more like the cinnamon challenge. So it's like low calorie, but like super entertaining to watch.
Just funny.
It's funny, not funny for me, but funny
for me. I'd watch it and be like, that's funny.
So that's it. So I think I'm going to just alternate the whole calorie dense with the like funny, gimmicky.
So you just kind of break the mold of just walking around like for me the way that competitive eating has kind of come into limelight is through like Man vs Food.
Yeah.
Now that's, to me...
It wasn't a competitive eater.
Exactly, yeah. So I watched that and I'm like, oh, that's fucking well cool.
Yeah.
And then I think it was kind of a sin like Furious Pete, and then I think I saw you.
Yeah.
And then recently I've seen another blonde girl. Was she local or blonde?
Yeah, her name is Kate Ovens.
Oh, okay. She another competitive eater, is she? Or trying to be a competitive eater?
She's more of a food presenter. And she's sponsored by Lad Bible.
Oh.
So yeah, very controversial.
Yeah, very. Because the only reason I saw it is because I saw it at Libertine Burger.
Yes.
And I think I tagged you in it, maybe.
Yes. I get tagged in a lot of her stuff that she fails.
Yeah.
And people tag me like, you could do this.
Yeah.
Like,
she failed it. I think I tagged you. It's like, yo, you could do that easy.
Yeah. And I can. And this is the thing. So Land Bible obviously don't share my stuff because they have her on board and they pay her to do what she does. And I'm all for her and her success and whatever else, but I wouldn't say that she's a competitive eater. I would say that she's like a food presenter.
Okay, so she's not like,
she's a pretty girl that can eat more than the average pretty girl.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. So they've used her good looks to kind of put food in and make this weird thing with like yourself.
Yeah. But
then they kind of put her in the limelight so people think she's a competitive eater, but really she's just an eater.
I think she's just an eater.
She's just an eater.
She's just not scared
to eat.
She's just a pretty eater. Yeah. That's it.
She's just a skinny pretty eater.
Men love seeing women eat.
Oh, I can imagine.
I've never known anything like it.
No, that's what I said at the start. Like, I'm unsure whether to be like wow or be like, oh my god. You know what I mean? It's like,
some men just find it incredibly attractive.
Yeah, I bet.
This woman, even that can eat more than them.
It's cool though. Like, I can probably speak for a lot of men out there. Like, if I went, obviously I've dated a lot of girls.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and I've been on a lot of food dates with girls. And they're like, oh, I don't really want to eat that. Especially because I've dated a lot of girls in the fitness industry, which I kind of tried to get away from, but they're like, oh, I can't eat that. Well, I'm going out for dinner, I need to count this. I'm like, do you know what, this is fucking shit.
So I was the girl that would go on dates and order a salad.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh god, not another one.
And ever since I discovered that balance and really started loving food, and in fact, when I first did, the breaking point for me was my first food challenge ever.
I was going to get into this. We might as well jump into it now.
Yeah, let's do it.
How the hell did you get in? Yeah, what the fuck?
So,
how did you wake up one day and be like, do you know what, I'm really fucking good at eating loads of food at once?
So looking retrospectively on my life, which I never did at the time, because when I did my first food challenge, it was 2013. It was off the back of the bikini show, which I don't tell anyone about that I did.
I've seen pictures now, I think.
Yeah, it's not like the proudest moment in my life.
But it's a moment. It's a building block, isn't it?
Yeah. Dieted for 16 weeks. My brother would go to the same restaurant 10 weeks consecutively and try this challenge, and he failed 10 weeks in a row. They just introduced this new dessert challenge, and I used to see food and just melt inside. But bearing in mind, on the run up to my prep, I didn't cheat. No. I didn't ever eat anything that you consider bad. Hadn't had a burger in about 2 years,
really?
2 or 3 years. Hadn't had McDonald's in about 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, so you're rebelling now.
It was, for me, looking back, I just think, how did I go through? How did I live?
But I think, like we said earlier on, you look back at these things, you're like, how the hell did I do that?
But you can. If you put your mind to it, you can pretty much do anything.
Mind is incredible. It's a strong thing.
So I was on the back of this prep. I was super lean, I was super small, and I was hungry. I was really hungry. And my brother would come back every week for 10 weeks and say, oh, I failed again.
You try every week?
Every week for 10 weeks. £18 per go.
No
work it out.
That's
so he failed every single time.
Why did he want to do it?
We're very competitive people. So
Okay.
him and his friends used to go and they used to just banter each other and just go for it and try and do this challenge. And I bantered him every single week as a sister would, and be like, God, I could smash that burger, you know? And he was like, you know what, do your little diet, do your little show, and then you come back and you show me how it's done. And I did.
Was it easy or?
I wouldn't say it was easy. It was like the most delicious thing that I've ever tasted in my entire life. I couldn't get over the fact that I hadn't eaten any of that stuff in so long, and what was I missing out on? And it was a massive breaking point for me. I think before that, I was so cautious and so scared of the implications of what I'm going to eat that night. And then when I woke up actually leaner than I was for my show.
Always again,
I was like, what? What? So this is how it actually works, and this is what life is about. It's about enjoying yourself. It's about living in the moment,
finding random things,
being competitive,
being fun. Yeah,
do shit you like to do, and eat shit you like to
exactly.
eat, you know.
So that what got you into?
That got me into just doing. I did challenges for about 4 years on the low.
Did you? I think the first one I ever saw was maybe a crust or something.
Yeah, so this was a crust.
Yeah, and I saw that and I was like, what the fuck?
So crust was like the basics. It was like the foundation. No, it's closed.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
So sad.
Oh, yeah, it's so
that's
sad.
where it all started. The management loved me. The food was amazing. The service was amazing at the time, and it just one of those things. They changed hands and then it just went downhill.
Yeah,
and
always.
Faded out. But I used to just put like. Did another challenge, haha, on Facebook. Didn't ever film it. I never put any like.
Yeah, I think that's probably where I saw it on Facebook.
It was just like picture of like the food gone with a time and
that kind of got traction, did it?
Yeah. So I guess people started talking about me, and
I think that's how I heard of it. I think that's literally how I heard it. Probably Elliot. I probably seen it on Facebook, and I was like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden it was kind of like it's kind of progressed into what you are now.
That's it, yeah. So a TV company contacted me really weirdly through the company I was working for. They actually called my office to talk to me
about food challenges.
Food challenges, because I wasn't on social media. I didn't have Instagram. I had Facebook.
Yeah.
And then my emails. Like that was me.
Yeah.
No Twitter, no Instagram, none of that. So I was into fitness, but I wasn't obviously as big as I am now. I was still very like skinny fat kind of domain. Where I did train and I had quite a small physique, but I wasn't holding that much muscle. I just had a decent foundation, I guess, like a good core from rugby and everything else. And this TV company said to me, would you like to come and compete at a qualifier to go to New York for the World Championship eating competition? And I was like, wait, what? Repeat that. And they're like, we'll pay for you to come to London, compete in this food challenge against other competitive eaters in the UK. A lot of people don't know. This was in 2014. And I was like, okay, well, let's do that. So I was competing against 12 other people on a boat on the Thames in October. That's
random, isn't it?
Yeah, eating Scotch eggs, freezing cold Scotch eggs, which honestly I can't think of anything worse.
No.
They didn't tell us till the day. They wanted something like quintessentially British.
Oh, okay. So cold Scotch egg.
Oh god, it's vile. There were a Japanese TV show called TV Tokyo, company called TV Tokyo. So they invited us all down. We all went there. We sat on this boat. We all did this challenge, which was half an hour of eating as many as you could eat. I got to 15. I was ahead of everyone else, and I was like, you know what? I'm coasting for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Coasted for the last 5 minutes, actually won.
Did you?
I went to New York.
No way.
Free of charge. Like I got paid to eat that.
Yeah.
To eat and be there and be filmed for the show, and that's where I met USA's like best competitive eaters, and Taiwan's the best competitive eaters of Taiwan, Japan, and USA. And it was
amazing.
Like I was team captain for Team GB, which was mental. It's like I can't believe this is my life. And it was. We stayed like in like central New York.
That's
like
cool.
we had everything. Like, I just can't imagine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we were there
for a week. Jesus.
They paid us on a day rate. And we did that, and then the following year they invited us back. So we went back again the following year. So 2 years in a row we were competing against the world's best competitive eaters that were like non-YouTubers or anything.
Because I guess was this really like a thing then? Was YouTube and social, Instagram and stuff a thing then?
If you know Beard Meats Food, he's the other competitive eater in the UK. Now he's the UK's #1 male competitive eater. And we're really good friends. Like we went to New York together twice.
Oh, that's cool.
And so he's like my YouTube goals because I watch his channel. I watch his channel because I find him entertaining. He's like a cool guy. He's got a personality. He's got charisma. And I always I knew who he was before the qualifier.
Oh, really?
So I kind of spotted him in the lineup, and we were waiting to sort of start. And I used to read his blogs, and like It's funny because he went from blogging to vlogging, and it was that transition that we all kind of went through.
Yeah, too right.
Now, I was a long way off YouTube. I was a long way off even wanting to see myself on camera because I was still super shy. So I was just there to eat and do my thing and come home and be the nobody that like nobody knew of.
Yeah.
And slowly, I met Eric the Electric, who's a...
I think have you put that on Instagram before and stuff, or you?
I'm not sure.
Maybe, I don't know that one.
No, Eric the Electric is another quite a big. They compare him to Beard Meets Food a lot.
Oh, okay.
Eric the Electric, he's got a big channel and he's growing like exponentially, like ridiculous rate. I met him and Molly Skyland, and Molly Skyland's a phenomenal eater, but she's not a YouTuber. Eric has a massive YouTube channel, and he was like, "You need to start a channel." So the second time I was in New York, I had these people like, "You need to start a channel."
Too right.
And they gave me so much faith, like so much.
Cool. So how long ago was that?
2 years ago.
Jeez, it's growing quick.
Yeah. Well, you say that. I feel like in the first year it grew because Matt Stoney he shouted me out on one of his videos for the Impossible McDonald's Challenge.
Okay, is that the one with you got like 500,000?
Yeah.
I loaded it up there. I was like, you get some serious views, don't you?
That's because Matt Stoney shouted me, so I owe him massively for that.
Lab Bible McDonald's Big Mac Challenge.
That's it.
Yeah, 500. That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've got you do though, don't you? You get some ridiculous amount of views.
Yeah, I think viral videos tend to get more views than others.
Yeah, 58, 381.
Yeah.
It's good, man.
Yeah.
Really good, isn't it?
So
it's great. I bet that's crazy to you, right?
It's mental.
I couldn't imagine someone like, look, I think the most I ever got is 30,000. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
And the thing
500.
I would be far prouder if people were watching me to hear what I've got to say, but they just want to see what I can do.
Yeah, I guess, but I think if you carry on doing it, people will then, you'll have that say as well.
Yeah,
so
no, true.
Yeah, so I think you had to do that.
Yeah.
People had to watch you, and probably did watch you to be like, in a way, it's freaky, right?
Yeah.
They're like, I want to watch this pretty girl eat loads of food because it's really weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's quite a weird thing.
Yeah.
And then over time, people will will have an attachment to you. Then they will. I bet they do now.
They do.
If you put something out there, which is like I said earlier, about do this or don't do this, people would listen.
I think that I do. There are people that give me so much faith in people that follow. Because they do invest themselves in you
massively, don't they? Like, it's weird, isn't it? Because obviously through all these gyms and Facebook and Instagram and what I do, like, you say something and people will do it, people bring stuff to you, or they send you stuff, or it's like, why?
I think there is a huge give and take, like a relationship with these people, though.
Massively.
That I feel like what I put out there has to be of value to them.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's probably why they give back to you.
Yeah, but it's. To me, it's madness. Like, I can't imagine why, but obviously I'm a freak. Like, I'm a freak. So going back a little bit to how did I work out that I was able to do this, and obviously doing that challenge kind of became this point. Back when I was a kid, and this is going like way back.
Way back, yeah.
I was younger than my brother. I could always eat more than him.
Really?
I could always do more than him. I was always stronger than him and always bigger than him.
I bet he was happy about that.
You know what? It was years of like sparking his competitive nature.
Yeah.
But then he got to a point where it's like it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he now like talks about me in such an incredible light. I hear him talking about me with such pride, and it makes me feel really
cool,
good.
Though, isn't it? It's cool that you've stuck it out when you've managed to create such a cool thing about it.
I just hope it goes positively.
I think it is massively.
Yeah.
But I've watched a lot of it and I've followed it for a long time. To me, it's very positive. Like, it doesn't give you a bad name in the slightest. It doesn't mean. It doesn't show that you are like. I sound horrible saying it, but it doesn't show you are freakish. It doesn't show that you are. It shows the right thing.
I think
to me it really does show. I like it because obviously I'm involved in this, and I like my food, and I'm involved in women. So to me it kind of like this mixture of you being out there doing this strange stuff. It's cool. I can't really describe how I feel about it, but I think it's wicked.
That's okay. I can see your face.
I'm struggling to get my words out.
That's okay.
It's just
cool.
I
do get it a lot. It's because it's different, and I'm different, and people can't really make sense of it. So they think, okay, maybe it doesn't make sense, and I'm okay with it. Which is also very attractive. Because when you don't have to explain something, it almost is what it is.
And you have to put a front on.
That's it. And this is the thing for me. I want people to just take it for what it is, because I can't explain why.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I don't need to though.
I remember that this is the thing. I remember as a kid, I never had that thing in my head that says, okay, you full stop. So I think that inherently I don't have that thing that says, okay, you full stop.
Yeah.
So bodybuilding has helped me where I portion everything.
Yeah.
I know exactly, I can eye up my portions and know exactly what I need to eat to be as I am.
I've spoke about this on here and on here, but saying that that's the one thing, one positive for me. Well, not one positive, one of the biggest positives, probably by far, is the determination and the kind of the structure it gave me, and that's how I implemented into doing all this. Because it's like in bodybuilding, if you don't get up and do that, then you're going to look like shit here. The same in business. If I don't get up and open the gym, I'm not going to have any clients. I'm going to bust.
It all plays into
as long as you let it, and as long as you kind of understand that it's okay to do this for this section of your life, but you need to take everything you can from this section of your life and put it into this section of your life. It's cool. But when people don't take all the positives from quite a weird or kind of bad, it is a bad thing in a way, but it's not a bad thing. The reason I think it's a bad thing is sometimes it does teach the wrong kind of people the bad habits. And I think you have to be a certain type of character for bodybuilding to be able to help you. And if you're the opposite character, you're fucked because it just teaches you all the wrong stuff. I
think social media plays against that massively as well. It's very cheat sheet type of mentality. And people shouldn't look at it as that. They should look at every piece of information, take it with a pinch of salt, even trial things, test it. What works for me is not going to work for you.
And don't religiously stick to something or follow somebody and just live their life.
If you don't see results, change something.
That's what annoys me the most. It's like, I have to do it this way. Like, you don't have to do it this way. I'm sure there's 10 other ways which will get you to the same result. And there might be 5 other ways which are a lot more interesting in the way you chose.
Absolutely.
But people don't see that and they just think, right, bodybuilding, bam, 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 bam. That's the only route we all have to take. And like, no, not really.
I think unfortunately, fortunately for us, having started when we did before Instagram.
I couldn't imagine really doing it now.
I can't imagine any of the kids of today going back and reading like articles on Simply Shredded.
No way.
I used to just read
like T-Nation and all that.
I used to fully immerse myself. I mean, I was never in fitness. I'm a designer. That's what I do. Fitness was only ever a hobby, but I always do things the best of my ability, and that always starts in doing a bit of research. I taught myself to bake because I did a ton of research. I learned.
You still do that? Absolutely. Baking. You're massive into baking.
That's so. When I had my gap year and I got really skinny. That was when I started teaching myself to bake. Then when you learn what goes into cakes, you eat less of them. It's just a fact. When you see all of that butter and all that sugar.
Massive. It's crazy. Goes into cakes.
It's nice to be naive and live blissfully, naive and unconsciously of what you're doing. But I live very consciously to the point that I don't drink. So if I go out on a night out and I'm about to make massive mistakes, I'm conscious about it. I know that I'm going to be doing it. So I've always lived like that. I've always thought whatever I do, I want to be in my right mind knowing that I'm doing it. And then
there's a few people that do that, but that's a good thing to do. But I wish I could do that. To me, you give me 2 gin and tonics and then I'm having 50. And that is it. There's no just going out.
There's a balance with it as well.
So
I still haven't found mine. I mean, one drink, one mojito and I'm gone. I am such a lightweight. I think I stopped drinking when I was 16 and now I'm let's not talk about that.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people do.
You make a mistake, you learn from your mistakes and you move on. You find what works for you and you keep doing it until you get your results.
I need to find that mistake and not do it.
But the thing is, with alcohol, it's such a culture in the UK. I would never say to someone stop.
No, it's such a culture.
Choose it wisely.
And it's a bad culture, I think.
Choose your times wisely. And find something that's not super calorific. Don't go for the beer.
Have gin and tonic or loads of calorie stuff. But I think it is a culture with British to have fun. We need to drink. But you go to America and stuff, and you find a lot of them don't drink. And when you go to 21. New York, exactly. One is 21, so you're old enough by 21 to kind of make a choice. Where at 18, you're you're like 15 years old, fucking have 3 years and I can drink. Then you get to 18, you hammer it till 21, and then 21, you're like, oh god, don't really want to do that. Where I think if we started at 21, we would be in a better state than we are now.
I think that it wouldn't. I'm in two minds about this because I feel like different people will approach it very differently.
When I started all this, I didn't drink for 4 years.
Wow.
I didn't drink at all, not really. About twice, 3 times. I didn't go out, I didn't drink, nothing. I just stopped drinking completely.
That's bodybuilding as well.
Bodybuilding, yeah. So at this point I was bodybuilding. So obviously I was bodybuilding, wouldn't drink, I'd occasionally go out, started this, bodybuilded again, started another one, bodybuilded again. And then it's only been like the last 18 months that I've really got back into, not really back into, I actually probably drank like 7 times this year. Yeah. But going out and socialising and drinking, I've actually took myself away from business, away from all this, and actually started to enjoy other areas of your life, and it is nice. People. But I locked myself away for 4 years, 4 years solid. It's only been really 2018. I kind of came out in the last
I stopped drinking when I was 16. I've always been a very conscious kid as well, obviously. Like, I would make a mistake and think like, but I had parents that were very liberal, and they were like, look, these are the mistakes we made. You can choose to make those mistakes or not. You can choose to be a leader or a follower. And I just so happen to be a leader. Like,
it's good.
And not that I want people to follow me.
No.
I just do my thing, and then
that's why people are following you.
That's it.
So when you're a leader, everyone follows you.
People just think that you know where you're going, but
people put you on a pedestal, don't they?
I'm still bumping into walls, I'm making mistakes, and people almost put me on a pedestal, put you on a pedestal and think, how have you achieved this? How have you done
it?
it?
You must know what he's doing every day. Like, trust me, I don't.
Make mistakes, just make them, but learn from them.
Yeah.
Don't make them all at once.
No, just don't make them all at once. Or if you like me, make them 6 times and realise actually maybe I shouldn't do that.
So I stopped drinking for 11 years.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Like, I reckon there will be a point where I will.
Yeah.
Because it's not, because I am an extremist. Like, I have. Everything I do has to be. And I know people. A lot of people. I hear this all the time. Like, I am extremist and this and that. No, I really am. But that's why I own all my own stuff. That's why I am the leader of everything I do. That's why I'm kind of. I work for myself.
Yeah.
Because there's nobody, not even my parents can tell me where I need to go, what I need to do.
Yeah.
It's because that's who I am. And if I drink or if I go on holiday, everything has to be this end of the spectrum. Yeah. Which I suppose probably like with yourself, everything is.
It's
you can't be in the middle.
Because, like,
this is it annoys me.
Yeah.
It really makes annoys me. That sometimes I'm like, right, Jack, let's just do 50.
Yeah.
No, we get to 50. I'm like, fuck it, let's go.
This is so I always said that I have an addictive personality.
Hugely, yeah.
Where, like, monster drinks, etc.
Yeah.
Once I get into the habit of doing something, I can do it day in, day out without thinking twice.
It's just like
that's why the gym
thing.
The gym is just part of my life. Eating clean is just part of my life. And I just slot it in there. If it works long term, boom. I just keep it in long term. People come and go. All the variables come and go.
Yeah.
If you keep your consistent, you keep your mind in the game.
Too right.
You'll always progress.
Yeah, it is. It's just trying to stay consistent in the things you want to be consistent
That's
in, right?
it, and not drinking.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you need to figure out where your path is going, and then live that life.
I think that we're talking from a very different personality type to like the average gym goer or the average person.
I know that, like there's a lot of people that probably won't or they try to understand that they need this path and they can't understand that. They're like, no, you must have a special path or you must be on a different road to me. I'm like, well, no I'm still and honestly, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I wake up every day and I'm like, I want to do that, and if I want to do that, I'm going to do it.
I'm a goal setter. I'm a bit of a list writer.
Like I have vision boards, I have lists every day on here. I write my list in the morning. I have a vision board by the side of my bed. Everything is wrote down.
That's it.
But I think that's how you need to, like, probably do YouTube, right? You have a schedule of what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Where, like, I have Chris, who's full time, who works in the back office here, who does all our social. So, like, he has lists this long.
Yeah.
And it's all planned and structured. It's not just like wake up one morning, like, right, I think I'm going to record a video about lunges today.
It used to be that.
Yeah, I was just about to say, so mine used to be that,
But then time.
Yeah, you can't, it's time, right? I know, you don't, can you? Because recording this stuff takes time.
It does.
Sitting down editing takes time.
Like you said before, what I think people don't understand is when you're trying to put out useful, valuable content, you are suddenly a director, cast, a crew, a script writer, and the presenter, like an actor, a presenter.
You're all of it.
You're performing all of these things. When I think about doing a food challenge, the last thing I want to do is retake and retake and retake.
I guess you can't, can you?
I just think, well, not with a food challenge.
No, I was about to say, if you get halfway through, you're like, shit, I've got
I did that wrong.
Or you didn't press record, or
oh my god, I've not done that yet.
I've done that for you, but obviously it's alright for me. I've sat here a few times before I had this flip screen thing. If you listen to the podcast on camera, and I'd come around. I've just talked about, I don't know, my fitness pal a bit, and I get there, I'm like, fucking hell, I never press record.
Yeah.
But it's alright for me because I can just do it again. It's annoying. But
for me, and I guess for Adam and for Eric and for all of these competitive eaters, they put so much time into that. Their scheduling's crazy. They're full-time YouTubers.
Yeah, I guess, you could be surely soon.
I don't know which way my life's going to go. I'm finding myself doing more and more things for TV.
That's cool. I did see that on Instagram actually.
Yeah, so tonight, 9 o'clock,
yeah,
Channel 5.
What is it?
I broke the Guinness World Record on a Channel 5 show.
Oh, mint.
So they contacted me. I don't know if you watched the Chris and Ken.
No.
You versus Chris and Ken.
No, I haven't seen that.
So Chris and Ken from Love Island and now did a little spin-off show together.
Okay. All right,
where random members of the public will challenge them to something.
Okay.
So they challenged me to an eating competition.
Did you beat him right?
Obviously.
Obviously, yeah. You've got to beat some Love Island contestant.
Can you imagine?
I lost it.
Even the crew, I did doubt myself at a point because I was eating 12 donuts, but they were eating 12 donuts between two of them.
Oh, she beat them both together?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. I'll watch that tonight.
Yeah,
what time's that on? 9 o'clock, is it?
No, that one's already on ITV. I think it's still on ITV.
Okay, I'll go have a look.
It's You versus Chris and Ken, the first show. I'm on that.
Yeah.
The one tonight, so this was filmed the week afterwards, I was asked by Channel 5 to break a world record, and I was like, I can't do that, don't be silly. And they were like, no, you've done it unofficially on your channel before.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so
that's cool, so you knew you could do it, yeah.
Well,
it's still scary though, right?
It's massive.
And I guess you had a camera in front of you and...
Camera in front of you, I'm camera shy, in front of people, there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
And I'm thinking, how is this going to be seen? And I can't retake.
And also, you have no control over how you're going to... That's one thing about TV which I don't know. Like, you see all these contestants on Love Island and Big Brother and all this shit, and I'm like, mate, you don't know how you're being perceived in the public eye because you're not doing your editing, you're not recording your own video.
That's it.
You could be made to look like a dick even though you're the nicest person in the world.
Yeah.
And it kind of that's the one thing I always think.
It scares me hugely.
Yeah.
The show tonight is just a bit of this, so it's like tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
But then
a
lot of it is just me doing the challenge and obviously attending challenges.
Tonight,
yeah. So 9 o'clock is on. It's been a long time for this to come out, and I've been waiting in the wings for it to come out. They've sent me little trailers and pilots, and it terrifies me to look at them, so I don't freak myself out before it's aired. And then probably tonight I'll make myself very scarce because I'm scared of the backlash. I went viral once with Lad Bible. It was a bit of a crazy occurrence, but about 2 years ago. This was before my YouTube channel. Unfortunately, it was before my YouTube
imagine
channel.
That,
But I was everywhere. So a journalist got in contact with me and said, look, I really just want to write a very, he said it'll be a very flattering article about you because I want to show people you, and I find you fascinating and this, that and the other. I thought, you know what, if you do it and you draft it and send it to me, I will approve it and then it can go to press. So he was like, okay, well, what will happen is I will draft it out. If you're happy with it, I will then send it out. If they then want to use it, then it will go to press. Now, literally, I hit go at 10 p.m. the night before. By 10 a.m., I was the Star, Daily Mail,
no way,
Lad Bible, Uni Lad.
Shit.
The Sun, I was on the Sun Snapchat. All my friends are screenshotting the Snapchat of me.
That's
they
cool,
they made memes of me. I was like, I can't.
You can't cope with your phone. It's ballistic.
I had a meltdown. I felt like this is too much for me. I'm not made for this world.
Yeah, I was about to say, if it happened now, you're probably a totally different kind of you're totally different now, right? So you'll probably be able to cope with it now.
And I'll be able to cope with it better.
It will. It's going to happen.
Kind of
it will.
Blown up a few times. I'll be like,
yours will. It will. I think there's a point where yours will go.
Yeah.
Because it's very different. It's unique and it's cool and it's not. It's not pretentious, it's not fake, it's not arrogant.
That's it. And
so there will be a day.
I hope it's always seen like that, and for you to say it means so much. And
it does. I've come across, and obviously being in this industry, I've come across a lot of people like that, and there has been people here before who record themselves, and they're totally different.
Yeah.
I'm not you are not that person.
Yeah.
You're so fake.
Yourself,
I'm you just. And then if you meet him in real person, you're just like, yeah, you're just a dick.
Yeah.
And
I've seen a lot of it where people have come up to me and be like, oh yeah, cool YouTube, whatever, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, I want to start a YouTube channel. And I'm thinking, I didn't go out to start a YouTube channel to have this fame and have this success.
Yes.
I went out doing it because people were like, you should try.
You should just try it.
And I'm a trier. My God. God loves a trier. Like, I would say that above anything else, I try really hard at things that I do.
You've got to though, like we've just we said a minute ago. Do you reckon?
Yeah, people go into YouTube. Completely unaware of
that's the one thing I say to myself. Like, when I go on holiday, I vlog all my holidays. It's not to be famous. It's to be one day when I get to 80 years old and I can be like, right, do you know what? I can do something really cool right now. And I don't want to get to 80 years old and be like, fucking hell, Jack, why didn't you just spend a few hours of holiday like this just recording what you do? So I can go onto my YouTube channel and I can look at times when I was in LA, when I was in New York, when I was in Australia, and be like, man, that's so cool.
You know what the best thing is? When you do that type of thing, when you've got a YouTube channel, you've got a good Instagram, an Instagram that puts out...
Instagram's cool too. Like, you can just look at, like, it's just mint now.
When you tell a story, it's like, I've got a video right there.
Exactly.
Or I saw this thing, or I did this thing. And
and you can look back at it and you can, like, if you ever have kids, for example, like, you can be like, look, this is what we did. And I think it's fucking amazing. And I think if you're not doing it, you will regret it.
I always think I do feel like hugely sorry for my future children.
Too right,
I'm going to be like, look, kids, this is the deal.
What I did all the time, That's what I mean. But like, remember as a kid, your parents got out a photo album. This is the photo album.
Yeah, we have documented our lives.
This is your, like, to me, this isn't a career for me. This is because I enjoy doing it. Where for someone like you, it's different because obviously you're on another level to me. But I just enjoy doing this.
I think to a degree I've started to enjoy it more as I've gone along. And enjoyed interaction more. Because people like yourself that I really admire and I see doing these big things are looking at me as a success story and something to talk about.
That's what I mean. It's cool. You are there. You are a success story because you're just a normal girl who enjoyed doing something, who started to document it, who's now could potentially make a very good career out of it.
You never know.
You never know. That's what I mean.
I'm all about that potential. I think that if nothing comes of it, fine. If it does,
you enjoy
fine,
doing it, right?
and that's it. I do live in the moment very much, and I think that I've always
do stuff like that.
That's it. I think, like I said before as well, with my career, it's something that I can always be. I can always be a designer. I can always design things.
You can always fall back on that thing, right? But if you enjoy doing this thing, I think you should do it. That's what I was going to say to you towards the end of this now, is what would your advice to people who want to do this? Like my advice to anybody who wants to do this kind of stuff, what you're doing is just do it. Enjoy doing it. Obviously you're kind of, you have really got a career in this, really. Like my career is gyms. I own gyms, but your career is obviously you're a designer, but you're also now
a personality and a fitness girl and an Insta chick.
That's what I mean. And you're every young girl's dream, really.
I guess my advice to people looking at pursuing something in YouTube specifically.
I'm going to say, because everybody at the moment, right, wants to be Insta famous and a YouTuber.
I would say don't have an end goal. Just start where you are with what you have. Don't invest everything that you are. Keep your private life private. Find your niche and write a plan. I think my thing was that I never had a plan. I never had expectations of my body or my career or anything. I never let it unfold into what it's become. And I think my best advice is that if you have expectations, you open yourself up to being disappointed.
Too right. You can't. In this kind of, especially with YouTube, you can't have expectations. I don't think, because there's so many people trying to do it.
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it. Everyone's a YouTuber, and it is kind of saturated. But it's people like you who break out, and I think you just need to do it all the time. And just enjoy doing it. Document your life, and if you're lucky enough to be one of those seeds that break out, then sweet. If you're not,
then have a fallback plan.
Have a fallback plan. Like you can't rely on being a full-time YouTuber.
I think...
Well, maybe you can, but...
there are many young girls specifically growing up around social media thinking that they put their bum on social media, they're going to be Insta famous overnight and wonderful. No. Look at who's looking at you, look at who's looking up to you, and just create what you would be proud of. So me, I would be looked at by a majority of people as just a typical Insta-fit chick, but look deeper, look deeper, harder, look hard about what it is that I'm saying,
and
look hard at the humour behind it.
Yeah, you read the captions and you kind of go into, like, I've employed girls here and I've employed them in my business that think that's the way you should act, and I've said to them, I've spoken to some of them who have been quite young, I've said, right, look at the content you're putting out, look at the captions you're saying, does this kind of tell a story where people want to buy your stuff, people want to travel to PT with you, people want to go online and buy your programs, uploading a photo of your fucking ass and saying, I've had such a bad day, I'm so depressed, I just want to eat shit, like, come on, like, that's not, that to me that's
your marketing.
Yeah, like, that is, I don't know if it's like a thing as you've got older and you understand business and money and kind of how to create something positive a bit better, that I kind of think, I'm like, mate, really, if I'm reading that, I'm like, how is that inspiring?
I didn't start my Instagram with the idea of a business or idea to market myself. I started an Instagram as my own fitness program.
Yeah, they always do though, right? It's just a progress thing.
It just progressed as it progressed, and I started to follow people that I've admired who tend to be people that do more than one thing very well. Yeah. And I don't follow people that I don't aspire to be like or be friends with or be close to. And I tend to support everyone. Yeah. So male, female, whatever they're doing, if they're doing whatever they're doing really, really well,
just be nice.
Be nice.
Just be nice.
Be nice.
Yeah, like, that's why I don't understand. Obviously, I have quite a look. So I'm not very nice, but really, I am very nice. But if you look to me at a photo on Instagram, you'd be like, yeah, he's probably not very nice. But then if you talk to me, exactly.
Yeah, same story.
But it's like I don't understand how people are so fucking horrible on social media.
I think you have to be in the point where you're judged to that point, where you give people chances.
Yeah, true. And obviously you have to be quite thick-skinned, like I can imagine you have to be really. But I don't really, I think because who I am, I don't really get that. Well, I do from other people in the local area. I get more stick locally than I do like you. Yeah, like I get all from Leamington, Warwick, Coventry, because obviously I'm only 28 years old, I have 3 gyms, I'm quite out there on social. Yeah. A lot of people think that I've been given everything I have. Yeah. I've been with my mum and dad and given it to me and all this. So I get more stick from the local area.
Irrespective of how you are where you are, you are where you are.
Yeah, exactly.
And
too right. Yeah.
I always say that my brother and I have been given the exact same opportunities. Yeah. But if you look at our lives, we're very different. Yeah. So we're all given the same opportunities with social media and everything else. It's how you use it.
Yeah, we've got the same hours in the day. We're all given the same stuff.
I have absolutely nothing against people. I mean, my parents would give me everything. You know? They've allowed me to sort of explore and try and fail a million times. They've kind of watched me do it. Yeah, they've watched me. I've studied architecture, worked in architecture, moved to interior design, and they've kind of said, they've never once said to me, no, stick with one thing.
I was about to say, imagine they were like, right, one day you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah. Absolutely not.
No, absolutely. I'd fuck off. Like, I'm doing that. But imagine how much it would have changed you. Yeah. Which is that's why I think sometimes people like us are probably on a better kind of not better than people, but we've given a better chance because our parents just let us do. Let us be. But my parents are like, go on.
Well, it's a bit more strict than that from my point of view, because my parents are always like, you need a career.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad was pushing me towards politics for a very long time. Okay, yeah. And I was kind of in the, like, sort of going towards the way of studying politics and going that way. Yeah. And it just so happened that I am a creative inside out. Yeah, and it's just who I am. This is just what I do, and I've embraced it, and they've sat back and allowed me to,
which is cool,
embrace it and develop that and
that's
really
focus on it. Yeah, so that's what I mean, like they let you do what you wanted to do and they let you fail, and they're not like, they're probably like, if you came back and like, I've got this idea, I'd be like, no, don't do that, it's stupid. They let you do it and then they realise actually that was really stupid.
I think it's because I've always reassured them that like all else fails, like I have things I can
have a fallback, exactly, which is the good thing. Like you see a lot of people, I know a lot of sports people who are just full on into sport and they want to be a professional rugby player. I'm like, yeah, but a small minority do that. You always need something.
Yeah, there's like, it's a numbers game.
Yeah, it's a numbers game.
I never looked to be an influencer, but so I always had a career and I've always had like my studies and everything else. I think a big advice would be to study.
Yeah, I know. I know it's crazy, isn't it?
Find your thing that you enjoy doing and study it and really immerse yourself. And I've always been super academic, but I then again was never distracted by boys or by anything else.
Just find out what you want to do. I know sometimes it's easier said than done. For me, I'm not academic. I'm dyslexic. I've got no GCSEs. I've got no degree.
Which is a very common story.
Very common story, yeah. But to me, like, I understand business very well. I like to think I do. I understand business and being a manager and looking after a team quite well.
Well, you've shown that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's two different things. Like, you're very academic, which is like, and if you are academic, I think you should 100%. Like, one thing I kind of wish and I don't wish for. Yeah. If I was given a second chance to be better at school, I'd be better at school.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, because I was a nightmare. Because it's just interesting.
Like, apply yourself.
Apply myself. Yeah. Just be like, right, Jack, just be in the room, not be thinking about the 7 things you're going to do.
It's very difficult though, but now kids are nurtured so much better than what we were when we were young, because I'm 28 as well, so we were in the same time period.
Yeah, exactly the same time period.
So my brother has ADD, so this is where our differences become, is that he was not nurtured in the way that he needed to be. Yeah. He was very numbers orientated.
Yeah, like the school system is a failure. It's a letdown.
I think it's slowly becoming better. I think unfortunately people are becoming more sensitive and
so sensitive.
We're a bit more stiff upper lip, not as much as our parents and their parents, but we're a bit more stiff upper lip. The younger generations, I'm losing hope for as we go down the ranks. But at the same time, loads of opportunities out there. Social media.
There's more opportunities than ever, isn't there? Really? There's more opportunities now. Like, imagine being a kid now who could apply yourself as well as kind of we have applied ourselves earlier on, but having all these resources. Like, you have this, you have that camera, you can speak to everybody. Yeah. You no longer need to be. Yeah, you no longer need to be invited to a TV show, for example. You can make your own TV show.
But I almost think that you need like a very solid upbringing and a grounding before you can.
You need
humble.
You need to be humble. Yeah.
Like,
you need to be beaten down a few times.
Oh God, yeah.
You need to be brought back down to like your level. You need to do the rubbish.
You have to do the rubbish.
So bad.
I think.
Like you said, the young ones
so
don't do
that. I don't think that we can talk directly at people growing up now, because the world is so different.
Yeah, you can't. So different.
You grew up with a phone, so it's an extension of you, and suddenly this is how it's always been.
And that is normal.
But we used to have.
I didn't even have a phone to start with, and then I had like a Nokia. Yeah. And then kind of had Bebo, and then MySpace, and then it all came along. Yeah. So we've kind of grown into it. Like, for me as a kid, I would be out on my bike at the common over here.
That's it. But then kids that weren't very good at school love being outdoors and love doing things.
Yeah, so that was me.
I think schools get this now. I think they get that people learn differently.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
They nurture that, and obviously you then had to go, I'm guessing, to get a PT qualification.
Yeah, I had to go and get a PT qualification.
So I say, find what it is that you like doing, or that you're good at, just get yourself something.
Just something. Just something.
Just start with what you have right now.
But just have something. Have a thing to fall back on, and then enjoy doing all of this.
That's it. And this is like accessory to your life.
Yeah, this is just to me, this is really just a hobby. Yeah. But I've never really invested my time into YouTube. I've never had a structure. I've never had a plan. Yeah. I've just kind of been like, right, do you know what? I'm just going to pick up a camera and talk about building a gym. Do you know what I mean? So like,
people love it.
But people, like
Christian Guzman, he talks about business every single day.
So that's what, So
you know what? I can watch his videos all day long. Yeah. It has like an element of creativity. He's also very focused, very career-minded. Also into fitness, also into business.
So he does it all. So his is, I like Christian. I've watched Christian. I've followed Christian for years now.
And he's aspirational.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Yeah. And it's just kind of having a story and telling your story and not just sticking to one thing. It's like, he's not just like, right, every 2 minutes I'm going to record myself doing bicep curls. Yeah. His channel's not just all about fitness, is it?
But the thing is, fitness isn't all about fitness.
No way.
It's about this.
Yeah, massively. It's more mindset. His mindset. Yeah. Fitness is just it's just a finger in it, really, on everything. Yeah. That's all it is.
You reflect what you do the most of. This is what I say to people all the time. I don't eat burgers all the time. I would be a massive burger. I would just be like, I would be that thing. Yeah. And then people, the last thing I want of my life is people to look at me and be like, competitive eater, I know it. I would much prefer people to go, she's a gym girl.
Yeah, gym girl who can just eat very well.
It will, yeah. It just so happens to be that way.
Right, should we wrap this up?
Yes,
I need to get off. Well, I don't need to get off, but we've done an hour and 24 minutes. That's my longest podcast yet, you know. I tried to keep my podcast under 40 minutes.
Well, we've just
good luck. Yeah, something like that. But right, honestly, thank you for coming on. I know we've been talking about doing this for a while. Yeah. And that, I think, is going to help a lot of kind of my followers and hopefully your followers, and kind of show a bit of an insight into who you are. Yeah. And that's what this is all about for me, is just trying to get inside people like yourself, because I personally know there's a lot more into you and there's a lot more into people who have got plans to go on the podcast meets the eye.
Yeah.
And that's all this is about. It doesn't matter if you're fitness, if you're business, if you're an eater and fitness, if you're like, just like that lady I interviewed the other day who's 80, 70, no, 50, 70, 60 years old, who's lost loads of weight.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, people just see it as she's dieted, which she hasn't, there's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
So we kind of got it inside it.
No, I absolutely love things like this,
Yeah,
so thank you for having me.
Thank you, no worries, and yeah, thank you. Done. Amazing, yeah, that was a long one. Thank you. I need to take a, no, I've got, actually, let me see if I can sit down there a second, I'm going to have to get you.